Okay, I'm gonna try something a little bit different here today, because new technologies and new bits and pieces. And hey, Todd, how you doing, man? Todd, I got a little inspired by your camera work recently, and so I've picked up a couple of different pieces of equipment that ideally will give me the ability to have a few different perspectives and views as we play it. So I'm hoping that this will all work out. We'll see. But we're going to get started here in just a sec. Just checking, make sure the live stream is actually up and all that fun nonsense. And that would appear to be the case. There we go. I'm going to pop out the chat so I can see it live. This is some of the delays that we get. You are the wind beneath my videographer wings. Yes, I'm hoping that Chris. Yeah, they're not. They are nice maps, Chris. And hey, Jess, what's up, Doc? Yeah, Todd. I think I like this overhead view, but I may have to sort of I've got to work out how I can effectively zoom in without getting it too crazy, because it tends to want to rotate. Of course, I probably shouldn't buy cheap equipment, should I? I should go all out like you guys do. You guys have been lifting the streaming game pretty significantly. All right, enough talk to the streamer crew. Let's play some games. I can't see the comments here, so I'm going to move my laptop. Jester, what's up? Pete, what's up? Good, and Chris, good to see you guys. Okay, so it's somewhere in the middle of turn 2, or part of the early part of turn 2 for this game. I'm really feeling like the Germans have not optimized their combat capabilities or their activations. It's a function of two critical things. One, my inept gameplay, and two, the activation die rolls that have severely limited the number of actions that we can execute in a given turn, or a given activation. And that has been more than frustrating for me. I'm going to pick this up and show you, since maybe I can get it over here. So over on the left there, I'll hold this up, over on the left here, this is your activation track, and you can see the number of we've done 1, 2, 3 activations, 4, 5 activations for the Germans, and several here for the Soviets, just because of how the initiative rolls have kind of turned out. Please sit still for me. Please sit still. Rough Swordsman, what is going on? We got all the elite YouTubers and Saturday afternoon blogcasters. You go check them all out this afternoon. They're all going to be live, and it's all going to be going on. So let me see here. Yeah, don't worry about saying hi to me, Ruff. I'll be okay. I'm just the host here. It's all good. Okay, so let's get after it. Full disclosure, I've been away for a week. I am going to be rusty on the rules. I've got my handy dandy little sequence play here that I'm going to be referring to pretty aggressively, and we'll just work it out as we go along. This is not a tutorial. If you're tuning in to learn the game, check out, all right? Because it ain't gonna happen here. Where I'm gonna muddle through this, and I'm not gonna waste a lot of time explaining things necessarily. I'm just gonna play, and you may or may not find that interesting. I just wanted to get online and hang out a little bit. Oh, now I feel better. Ruff has said hello to me. Now my one feeling is now feeling all warm. Okay, so here we go. First thing we need to do is roll for initiative, and we'll explain what's going on there. We get a +4 DRM for the, I'm going to get rid of the chat here, just 1 second. Right, okay, we're going to get a +4 DRM for the Germans, so they're probably going to pick it up. I've got a 1 for the Soviets and an 8, so they pick up initiative. And now we take the initiative chit and we flip it over to the Soviets and put it on the +2 for the Soviets, because they'll get the benefit of the die roll for the next initiative. And that's an interesting little mechanic, because you know, you can have a streak of rolls. I don't know how it goes up to 12. I don't know if you can see that here. Where are we? Here. 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. It never goes back to 0 during the turn, which is one of the things that was pretty explicitly stated in the rules. All right, so the German's going to activate, and I have no idea who I want to activate. We've got a little bit of a shit show going here. I'm just trying to see if I can zoom in without breaking anything. So we might just do that for the moment and kind of leave it there. I need to stop fiddling with the camera. Okay, so we've got first Panzer has 6 activations left for the turn. They're kind of spread out all over the place. Stacking is difficult to get across this bridge here because we can't stack more than 1 infantry unit. The mechanized movement of these units means they can't just cross the river in boats like the regular infantry can. So I think before we try and activate the Panzers, the Panzer division, I really need to move some of these dudes out of the way. I still got to get rid of this friggin' MG unit that just will not die. It's down to 2 steps. It's hiding out in a little fortification, proving most difficult. So I think we're going to move the blue dudes, which are the 298th, I think they are. So I'm going to drop their activation level down to 5. I'm going to roll a die to see how many, I roll a 3, how many points they get. I cross-reference the 3 with the 5 for the level of activations. Actually, that's interesting. Do I cross-reference it? I think you cross-reference it with where they started. So they were at 6 and they're dropping down to 5. So I'm going to look on the 6th column, and that's just the way we're going to play it. And it makes no difference anyway. They get 3 activations anyway. I put the little thing on the activation action point track on the 3, but who cares about that? We can count. So I've got 3 actions that I can take. Movement cost me 1. Combat cost me somewhere from 1 to 3. So not very helpful. I could try and recover these guys here as well. That would cost me, I think that's gonna pop me 1 as well. So we might try and do that. What a mess. These guys have to go because they're blocking the road. And it's, you know, you can see all these improved positions here. It's a shit show. All right, so let's think about clearing this road first, though, before we do anything else. So 1, 2 to here, 1, 2. Let's go 3 to here. 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 point we've used. I'm gonna pull this guy up. He can't go into his zone of control. 1. Is that gonna be 1? 4 fortressing, pillboxy things. Yep, 1 for leg. 1, 2, 3. That's 2 activations, or 2 action points used. I may do this 1, 2, and I think that'll be my 3rd. Yeah, all right, so that's that activation. Used up all my points. Now we're gonna roll for initiative again for the next activation, which I think is what we do. And now I've rolled a 10 for the Germans and a 4 for the Soviets. Soviets get +2, makes them a 6. 10 be greater than 4, because genius. And I've now moved the Soviet initiative thing up to +4 on a little DRM track. Germans have an initiative action, They have an activation they can do. Now we might want to try and move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're just in range. Yeah, so 298 HQ is here, and Tony is here. Good to see you, Tony. Uh, it's like YouTube is central here. One of these days, I'll actually get some wargamers who don't have a YouTube channel watching. Let's see, but please don't leave. I may want to activate these guys again, and well, actually, they're going to get caught up at the bridge again. So let's activate the friggin' SS. And I roll a 5. It almost landed on a 3 again. So a 5. I'm on the 6 column. A 5 is going to give me 5 activations, 5 action points. You know me, I never really use the correct terminology. So I'm dropping the activation track for the 3rd Motorized Corps, 1st Panzer down to a 5 now. And I have 5 action points to spend. Let's move some homies. These guys got way out of hand. I might actually attack with these guys if I can get some help to them. 1, no Zolk across the river, so this guy don't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, we can get into there. It's gonna be across the stream, shit. Well, we'll do that anyway. One of the things I will say about these counters is that they've got this linen satin finish on them, and they're very slick and very difficult to, well, I shouldn't say difficult, they're just slippery. So that's 1, so I've dropped this down 1, and I've got to save some points for an attack here. I'm going to move this stack 1, 2, see, we're stuck here, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. All right, now we're getting, that's 2. Now if I want to do a prepared attack, it's going to cost me 3 points. And that's critical, right? The number of, I should have refit that guy. You know, one of the awesome things about playing solo is we can do that. I'm going to pop this guy back here. I'm going to roll to refit that dude, and he makes it. So I'm going to refit this stack. Do I have to roll for each guy or just the stack? I think it's each guy. And he makes it. So we're going to refit these dudes. They come off disrupted. That was for the prior activation, because this will help this attack that's going in here. All right, so great. It's one of the great things about playing solo, right? I'm just looking at comments here. What are you guys talking about? Anything fun? All right, so we want to execute combat here, and I want it to be a prepared attack because I want to pick up all the bonuses that are available. So let's have a quick look at the bonuses. I don't know if you can see that okay. Where are we? This is above my eye level, so I'm just hoping you can see. So if we look at hasty attack, regular attack, prepared attack, we can see that combat support by units of the same formation, I get a +2 per hex adjacent. Combat support by units of another formation, I'm going to get a +1. I can use the HQ support, and I can use all the points in a prepared attack. Hex side terrain doesn't matter. Armor superiority, we're going to calculate that in a second. And for the defender, they're in improved defense. Ooh, see, look, it's look how tough it's going to be there, right? So we're going to work out our odds, but the first thing we're going to do before we work out our odds is going to pull a chit for the Soviets, so there's that guy. I'm going to pull a chit for the Germanis, that's that guy. And we're going to have a quick look here at what the factors end up doing. So this is a 4 rated MG unit. So I'm going to look at this 4 here, and I'm going to go across to, because it's in this prepared defense business, I'm going to go across to the green number that says 2, just trust me, it says 2. So that means that I'm going to multiply my defense by 2. So 2 times 4 equals 8 for the defender. Now, however, on the attack, we're going to use the prepared attack, and I'm 6 rated here. So we're going to go over to the 6, and I'm going to multiply by 3. And then the dude underneath, see, this is where, and guess what? New tweezers, and they don't quite fit these guys. So we're just going to tap them back into place. And And then this guy's a 5. I'm going to look at the 5 as a multiplier of 2. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. It's 10. So I got 10, and what's 3 times 9? Someone 27 or something like that. It's near enough, whatever the fuck it is, right? So we're going to put that down there. Now I've got 3 armor AT factors coming in against 1 AT on defense, but we're going to pick up, and this is going to help us understand whether or not we're going to get any armor superiority modifiers. I like to do this first, even though it's the last thing on the list. So Pillbox is going to give me in combat a +1 to the defenders. So that's +1. That means I've got 2 so far for the defenders. I'm also coming across the streamsies, but that's ×1, so that's not going to do much. 2 times 1 is 2. The attacker is going to suffer a quarter, actually, of their combat points. Well, so they're going to call that 1. That sucks. 1, and then the DRM is only in for attacking with engineers, which we don't have because they're all the way back here. So that means I'm going to get +1. So I am not going to get armor superiority as the Germans, because the Soviets have 2, I believe, and these guys have 1, because we're basically taking a quarter of 3, and I believe we're going to round it up to 1. And so that means that armor superiority does not go to these guys, it goes to these guys. So I think that means they're going to get a DRM in their favor. So that'll be a -1 for them. Now, combat, not going to do anything there. So now we're going to look at combat support. So units that are attached, these are units that are from the same formation. These are actually not these guys because they're attached to the 926th here, or 298th. So that's going to be a +1. That'll be a +1. Now this is that by hex? Yeah, it's by per hex. Well, so that's interesting. That's a little confusing there because I've got these guys which are not attached, and these guys here, and it's for the hex. I think we're going to give the benefit of the doubt and say it's a +2. So because there's units in the formation. And I'm going to assume it's because it's by the hex, not by the unit. So we're going to say +2. So that's +2 and +1. I'm going to throw all my weight in on the HQ, which is I think 4 points. So that's a +4. What else can I pull in here? I think that is going to be it. Let's just check. Oh, hexside terrain. No, that doesn't count. Let me just check here one more time for DRMs. I think that's it. All right, so I said that we had, did I write that down somewhere? Let me just see. Bear with me. I'm going to say it was 8 or 16. It was 8, I think. So it's going to be 37 divided by the 8. And that's going to give us something. Let me just double piss off, dude. 4 to 1? Yeah, 4.6 to 1. So that's going to be 4 to 1. We're on the 4 to 1 column, which is really not very good. You'll see that in a second. And I am going to get a net 4, 6, 7, a net 7, a net 6 DRM for the Germans. So let's check this out. Here's the CRT. Got this cool little thing here. You can put it here and then go across for whatever reason. Pillbox 4 to 1. So we're on this column. All right. So there. All right. Now let's roll a die. Let's roll really, really, really high, or a 4. Either way. 4 plus what did I say? It was 7. Was a net 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it was a net 6. So that makes it a 10. Oh, jeez. All right. So on this column here, A 10 is going to be a red one for the Germans, and two-step losses for the Soviets. So two-step losses means they're going to be eliminated, and we're going to double check that because I want to make sure that I can retreat. I may be able to retreat out of there. I need to check. But the red one means I'm going to lose one. He's already down one. I'm going to lose one and make a morale check. So I'm going to pop this over to a 3. Actually, wrong guy. Nobody move. Wrong guy. It's this guy here. And I didn't have armor superiority, so I can take the loss off the infantry, I believe, but I would need to check that. So the 9, this only goes down to 8. So 7. That's interesting. I wonder if oh, here we go. Here's another one. An 8. All right, so I'm going to make this an 8. Pop this here. I got to do a morale check first. 5. 5, 5. So he's actually got a 6. That guy's got a 5. And he makes it as well. He rolled a 2. All right. Let me see. Look at all you guys. Hey John, you could always just read the heading. It says Bug River. And thanks for the book, John, by the way. Fantastic. I'm really enjoying reading it. I'm on page 88 already. So, where do we get to? I said I needed to check the combat results because the combat results are a little funky. So let's just walk through that. The amount of hits suffered per side is determined, yada yada yada. Combat hit distribution. Take a first step loss. We do an effectiveness check. I don't believe you do an effectiveness check if you have a black combat result. Forced voluntary retreats next. Additional step losses. Okay, that's what I wanted to check. Forced /voluntary retreats, and this is just one of the little areas that I get confused about. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Units have the option to retreat 1 or 2 hexes. Okay, step losses. I think there's a little summary over the page here. If I would just stop skipping around the rules. All right. Oh, I may have to take that loss as an AFV, actually, even though I didn't have armor. That makes sense, actually. So this guy's going to become a 4. I'm going to do this. Make him a 4. He goes here. This guy does not lose anything. Do that. All right, if the defender's attack result is printed in red, he must make an EC. Yep. All units that fail become disrupted. If the combat result is at least 1 step loss must be taken. The mandatory first must be off an AFV. Got it. Unless it's the margin, there's a delta that will negate that. Second combat hit, right. If the defender's result is 2 or higher, is variable. Any unit that failed an EC due to a red result, we didn't have that. And for any unit that passed the EC, all the result is not printed on the red, the player has the option to perform a voluntary retreat. And I think that's what I want to do. I'm going to take 1 step loss. And now's where I want to retreat. I'm going to go 1, 2, retreat to here. And this goes back in the cup, the chip ball cup. That goes over here, that goes over here. And these guys now they have a free advance, basically. I don't really necessarily want to advance into there, but I might do it just because I would hate these guys to come back in. So I'm going to cover that base there. Can everybody see okay? Is this working, or should we get the camera up sexy and close? I can put it on a different stand. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. It's a new piece of equipment I'm using. So, all right. So that was that activation, right? That was the German activation. Now we're going to roll for initiative, and the Soviets going to get a +4. They'll probably pick it up this turn. They do. So we flip that over, put it back on the +2. So now the Germans get a +2 next activation. The Soviets are going to activate. We've got shovels on everything, which means they're in improved defenses. I don't know that I want to... Well, I might activate these black dudes. Who are they going to be? The 2 FR. And I'm going to try and just shuffle these guys back a little bit, I think. This particular unit right here. And get him back in line with these guys, maybe here somewhere. I don't know. Because they'll lose, if they get attacked in the open, they're dead. So let's try and activate those guys. We're on the 3 column. I'm gonna roll a 2, that's gonna hurt. They get 2 activation points and we drop that guy down to 2. So now he has 2 activations. Well, that's enough to move these chaps, assuming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's out of range, so he can, I think it costs, and this is where I'm making it up as I go along, I believe it costs double the activation points to activate a unit which is out of command range. So I only have 2 MPs. That is awesome. What's that stream going to cost me? +1. Well, he moves 1 hex. That's my full activation for the Soviets. That cost me 2 action points to do that. Is what it is. So now we roll for initiative. This rolling for initiative each time, I kind of wish there was an easier way or something to do this, but it is what it is. All right, Germans get it this time, so the Germans will activate. And I think the Germans are going to press home and bring the rest of this formation here up of the SS. So they're on the 5, they're going to roll for action points. We want a lot of them. A 7 is going to be awesome. A 7 will give me, I said I want a 5, will give me 5 points. Drop that down to 4, this goes up to 5. And now we're going to activate these units here. And the first thing we're going to do is move the HQ. Where'd the HQ go? Where is it? Oh, you know what? I may have used, I used the wrong, oh no, I didn't. That's okay. I thought I used the wrong HQ for that attack. All right, so we're going to move this guy. 1, 2 and a half to here. Actually, maybe we'll sit back across the river. I'm going to move this guy here like that. Oh no, he's got to be in a village. That's right. HQs move differently. I'm going to do that HQ last, and I'll work that out. I may not even move it yet. So we might leave these guys here. Now we'll go here. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. 4. Yeah, it's just a big quagmire here. 4 to there. 2, 4. Let's do 3 and a half actually. 4. We're going to stack that guy there. 4 and a half. I'm going to push this dude up. I kind of feel like I have to screen a little bit here because I've got they can't really do very much, but they're annoying and they're only 1-steppers, and I can't attack across the river with these. Well, this guy could. How many guys have I moved? 2. No, I don't think they can attack across the river either. So they're mechanized. Everyone's mechanized here, so we're just going to move. 1, 2. I'm going to keep this secure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Is that right? Yep. Nope, that's not right. It's all. It's really all for mechanized. Motorized. Yes. Damn it. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. That guy there. Let's see. I'm going to scoot this dude up to here, and that will be 5 units I've activated, I believe. And that will keep us screening these chaps here, and yeah, you can see that. All right. Okay, let's see. Oh, Blue Tweezers is here as well. Christopher is here. Hey guys, how you doing? All right, so that's that activation. Now I had the Germans, so we flipped it to the Soviets. Roll for initiative. I got 8 for the Soviets and 5 for the Germans. So Soviets will get it. Flip the track back over. And once again, not super excited about moving or activating the Soviets at the moment. These are all really painful units that need to be removed, and these guys need to activate and attack them. So I may as well just leave them where the hell they are. Except maybe this particular unit here from the 90th, but he's in a pillbox, so I'm going to leave him. I'm almost out of counters for improved defenses, so I'm going to leave all this as is. And I think I'm going to pass as the Soviets, unless I can get these guys out of here. They're stuck in a zone of control right here. So they're going to die. That's going to be bad. I've got an engineering unit stuck there. Maybe we should activate. Well, that's going to be those guys again. They can move 3. I think we'll activate this one more time. It's going to drop them down to a 1. And he rolled a 1. Oh my gosh, I get 1 activation. Well, I guess we can move this one dude, right? So we'll go 1, 2, 3 to here. I think that makes sense. Maybe I should stay here, but I want to keep the engineering unit alive if I can, just because they'll be valuable later in the game. All right, now I think we're really starting to clog things up here, so I probably need to activate the blue units and see if I can't make some space or get some attacks in. So let's that was the service. We've got to roll for initiative first, dumbass. 4 equal, Germans get a +2, so they get it, and they roll a 4 for activation points. Yeah, this is, sometimes this can get a little bit tedious, so I'm on the 5 rack, so I'm going to get 4 points to move units with, and we're going to move the blue dudes. And it's probably time for me to spend a point for these guys, but we'll do that in a minute. So I'm actually just going to keep shuffling these fellas up a little bit. I don't think I can do anything useful with, did I say 4? 4 action points. Let's see. I can't really do an attack there. I can't stack with that guy. He's attached. So we could move him. He's attached. So maybe we do this. I'll move these 2 guys. So what's that terrain? Terrain's not a rush. Black Forest. That's going to cost me 3. No, it's not. It's going to cost me 1. 1, 2. So that's 1 activation. 2 activations to there. So that's 2 points. That makes a little bit of room. And then these guys will go 1, 2, 3 to there. That's 1 more activation. And then let's try and push up some of these fellas. 1, 2, 3 to here. And that's the last activation for them. All right, so that's them. Hey, Matthew and Lawrence, good to see you guys. Its game system is it's the Bug River, across the Bug River from Vuka. So it's the same as the crossing the Aachen system, and we'll kind of go from there. Blue Tweezers, good to see you. I think I said hi already. I have no idea how many people we got hanging out. Just 9 or 10. All right. So let's see. Okay. Activation. Initiative, I mean. So it's equal. That means the Germans get it, but it goes up to +4 for the Soviets. So the Germans get another activation, and the Germanis will look at the rules to see how they move in HQ. HQ's got to bounce from village to village, but there's a cost associated that scales, and I'm unclear how that works. I think it's going to be some sort of distance-related thing. Let's see. Of course, finding the frickin' rule might be a challenge, and if it is, we might skip it and hit HQ displacements. Here we go. That's not what we want to do. Subtract one. Moving. No. Oh, I see. This is a scaled. No. Yeah, I am not clear on how to relocate I am not clear on how to relocate an HQ. So, question remains, do we try and do this now? I'm seeing displacements, but that's really if you're attacked in the hex and you've got to bounce. And let's see. Actions, here we go. Actions, action. HQ reload, C7.4. Gotcha. Oh, it's going to depend on the HQ value. That's what it is. HQ reload. Pick it up, put it in its destination hex. It's got to be in supply, got to be friendly control, it's got to be in my range. To move, there's blah, 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 no ESOX, yada, yada. Penalties. So why is it a scale? The number of APs required to undertake a HQ relocation is equal to the HQ's number of relocation points on the counter. That's the number to the right. Okay, this number here. That's a 3. This is a 2. I have not rolled yet for points, so I need a big ass number. Let's go. I'm going to activate the blue guys just in case you're wondering. Ah, fuck. All right, so we get 3 action points. Well, that's super. All right. I'll bounce this dude up to here. Damn it. That's 2. And we'll move 1 unit. Whoop-de-whoop-de-doo. 1, 2, 3. I'll stack these guys together. That's an activation. So see, now I only have 4 activations left for these guys. And we need to be doing some attacking and getting the momentum going. And that ain't gonna happen, boys. All right. And yes, by the way, it's not family friendly, so have your kids block their ears. Next activation. 4 and 1, so the Soviets are going to get it. Flips back to the Germans, +2 on the track to my left. Soviets, what are you going to do? Well, we're having a great time. We don't have to do anything because we're waiting for the stupid Germans to unfugar themselves. I'm going to activate the 190, and I'm just going to pull them back, I think, because I know what's going to happen later on in the game, I think. So let's try and do the orange dudes. They are 3 activations available, and they roll a 4. They get 3 points. Their HQ, you know what? Their HQ is going to be out of range. What's the bet? All these are probably out of command. Where is the HQ for them? I don't even know. Or are they independents? No, the 190th is a formation. Where is the HQ? Well, that's a ball buster. Oh, I hate it. This is part of the silky counter problem here. Silky satin finish, linen finish. Okay, I don't know where the HQ is. take it off the map by accident? Nope, nope, nope. Something tells me these are battle groups and they're independent, is what I want to convince myself of. I'm not seeing the HQ unit for it. So I'm just going to move the 190 guys. We're going to go 1, 2. That's 2 movement points to there, I believe. No, it's 1.5. He can't cross the stream. These guys will move here. So, you know, whew, game changer right there. So David Heath is trying to call me. David Heath, I'm doing a live stream. So, movement, Soviet, we're going to roll for initiative again. And by the way, I'm curious, and I know it's all just my, a lot of YouTubers here. Is this marginally interesting if you were just to see the game played, or would a more highly professional and more detailed and edited version be worthwhile? Curious about your opinions. I just thought I'd jump on and let you guys see the gameplay a little bit and see how I play the game, whether it's right or wrong. Rolling for initiative. Germans got it, flips to the Soviets, and the Germans, we're gonna move over to this side of the map because I'm sick of that section, so we're just gonna go over here. Let's see what we can do with the purple dudes. And we're gonna zoom in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I can just get the... It's a classy system. Look at that. How am I gonna get this to... There we go. Oh dear. Yeah, maybe I should have practiced with the new stand before I jumped in. All right, I'm gonna zoom out just a tiny bit if I can. How about that? What a banger. All right. Whoa, I don't know what John is even talking about there. Go full Hollywood. Yeah. Special effects. All right. Activation points. God, yes, we got a 10. Finally, something useful. Purple dudes have 4 activations, not a lot. We roll a 10, I get 7 points. Let's keep track of that bad boy. All right, well, first thing we're gonna do, let's do a prepared attack here. Just because I'm feeling kind of punchy and I wanna get those guys in the, oh, you know what? This will give me a bonus. Let's do this. We'll move this dude 1, 2 there, and we will drop a point, and then I am going to attack. How many points? How many steps has this guy got? 6. Crying out loud. Why don't I have any armor over there? 6, huh? Oh, that's right. I gotta move one more guy. This guy. I'm just gonna get him across the pontoon bridge to protect the bridge. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 9. Okay, so we can get to all those. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do 1 regular attack, 2, and then 1 prepared attack. Let's do the prepared attack first, and we're gonna use this guy here, and we'll have a crack at it. So, first thing we're gonna do, let's pull a chit. Wow, these are in improved defenses. This is really not smart. How to die without really trying. Let's put this over here. Oh, he's 4 rated too. Shit. Okay, that's not good. I need a really good chip for these guys, or maybe this chip, which is not that great. For crying out loud. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know if you can read those or not, but I'm gonna call them out to you. So this dude underneath here is 4 rated. He's got 6 factors. So he is gonna multiply in improved defense positions, I believe. Yeah, it's an improved defense. He's gonna multiply that by 3, so he's 18. Oh man, this is not gonna be good. And I am doing a prepared attack, so I have 24. You can see where this is going, right? It's going to be a 1-to-1 attack into some light forest, but into some light forest. Defender's going to get +1 on the AT. That won't make a difference. I don't believe I got to check that. All right, so 24 versus 18. It's a fully prepared attack. We're going to get a +4 DRM for the HQ, right? For the attack support points. And we're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6 for the prepared attack adjacent units of the same formation. And these guys in defense are going to get a -2 for each one, and they have one of those. And then now armor superiority. I need to check that if there's only AT, if both sides have AT, I don't believe attacker has a no armor superiority. Okay, so that's great. All right, so that's going to be a +8 on the die roll on a 1-to-1 attack in something called Light Woods. I think it is. Let me just check. Village, town, light forest, pillbox in clear. Ooh, was that pillbox earlier on in clear? No, it wasn't. Okay. And I said it was 1-to-1, didn't I? Oh, it says on the screw me table. All right, I'm gonna roll a die. You mother. All right. I roll a 3. Plus, what did I say? 8 or something. So that's 11. So that is going to give us, on the 1-to-1 table, a 1-2 result. My guy's got to roll for, what do you call it? An EC check is what it's called. They pass, but they're going to have to lose a step. So they were at 8. They go down to a 7. And these dudes, these dudes are in improved position. That goes back in the cup. I gotta keep track of those because they have to stay in the cup. All right, this guy takes 2, but he's gonna just stay. Oh yeah, that's okay. I thought he wasn't in improved position for a second, but I took the counter off. So he takes 2 losses, and he can take 1, and then he could retreat, but he's gonna stay because, you know, why not? I got 4 points there still. We're hanging tough. All right, that was 3 points, action points we used. Now, I'm going to attack those guys again, but I'm going to use a different unit this time, and I'm going to do a regular attack. So now and I could use the same unit if I wanted to, but why would I do that since he lost 2 steps, or a step, whatever he lost. Now we're going to attack with this chappie from here, and we're going to see if we can't get a better result on a regular attack, which is going to cost me 2 points, and that's going to use up all the activations for this turn. All right. All right. So let's pull a chit for the defender and pull a chit for the attacker. Okay, so now I get to multiply this by 3. That's a little bit better. Maybe last time was 3 as well. And I've got a 4 there. Fucking, it's multiplied by 3 as well. Damn it. So, but they're now, oh wait, they lost 2. They're down to 4. So 4 times 3 is 12. So that'll pop the odds of 1. So that's good. And because I'm going to be 24, right? So it's going to be 24. I'm writing this down versus 12. The purple dudes. And we're going to get, it's a regular attack this time. I can use half the HQ's points, which are 2. Half of 4 is 2. And we're going, so that's going to give me a +2 there. And then I'm going to get +1. Am I getting +1? Please tell me I am. For each of these dudes, 1, 2, 3. So that's plus, oh actually, yeah, +1. So So that's plus 3, so I'm going to get a net plus 5, but these guys in the, what I should have done is attack that unit maybe, and forced it to retreat, and then isolated this guy. Tactically, probably more sound. We're doing a regular defense. Oh, wait! Is that, are we regular defense? No, we're improved defense. -2, damn it. So I'm only getting a +3 is what it works out to be, and I'll show you this. So here's, you just got this little table, and you look at, there's the basic DRMs, plus the terrain DRMs over here, and you tally them up, and it's all good. Where is this pillbox in light woods? It's not pillbox, it's just light woods. There would be +1 for AT, that's it. And there's no AT, so we're not worried about it. This time I'm going to roll the black die, and hopefully it's going to come up with a 10. Use or a 1. So +3 is going to make that a 4. This is really not good. Yeah, this is in the bad range. What I say, 2 to 1, so I lose 2 steps as the attacker and 1 step as the defender. So this guy has to take a loss, so he drops down to a 3. Yeah, I am not really having very much fun with this action here. And this guy is taking 2-step losses, but before he does that, he's going to roll to see if he passes his disruption check, and he doesn't, so he flips over because you're soft and weak. And I am going to take 1 loss, and I am going to retreat because I'm disrupted. I failed my doohickey and my EC check, and I think that means I'm going to have to take another loss anyway. So I'm going to retreat 2 hexes to here. I think I have to take another loss. Let me just look that up. Okay. That's the attacker fails. Yeah, all units that fail just become disrupted. The second combat hit, if the defender's result is 2 or higher, is variable. That's the defender's result. All further combat hits must be taken as step losses. Bloody hell. Alright, so this does go down to 6, and he stays where he is, but he's disrupted. So, alright. Well, I tell you what. Okay, hang on a second, John. Are you saying that if I play Pokemon in the nude, I would have hundreds of thousands of screaming fans? This is insane. All right. That was frustrating. You know, I've got 3 battalions there, 4 battalions versus 1. We're getting our asses handed to us. So I'm not doing something right when it comes to combat, I believe. Either that or I am really shitty at rolling dice and tactics. Well, we all knew that. Okay, I'm probably going to pause here. What time is it? I don't know. It's like noon or 11, depending on what time zone my laptop is on. I'm going to pause here. Thank you for watching. I'm going to take a little break and come back and play some of this solo off camera so that I can check rules and double check a few things and make sure that I have been applying the combats correctly, because we are basically being stymied here pretty aggressively. Now, it's only the second turn. There's 7 turns here, so you know, we've got time, and we're gonna look. You know, let me see if I can pick this up without messing it up. We're gonna replenish our action points at the end of each turn, right? So we'll get more activations, and these guys will get more activations. You can see that the Soviets have you know, they don't recover as many activations. The Germans do, because it's all based on their ratings, right? I think you roll a die for them or something. And so we've got a lot going on there, but it's it feels like I'm off the game pace, first of all, for the historical, without knowing, right? It just feels lethargic. Now you can see, look, I've got 6 activations I can do with these guys. I've got 5 activations I can do with these guys, right? So they could probably clear all this up this turn, no doubt. Then, you know, up here, these guys they're doing it hard. I've got 4 activations left for both of those, and we really probably need to get everything up into this area before we start launching combat attacks, because these are combined arms stacks here. I've got, and I'm assuming I can do this correctly. I can do this. It doesn't have to be the same formation. So I brought the armor in and stacked it with these larger, although that's a very weak stack. It's only 2 steps left, but he'll get reinforcements this turn. So hopefully we can knock that guy out and bounce the armor out with maybe 1 attack there. These guys are tough with armor. These guys, it's just a single armor unit. So it's fragile, but once you get through that, you've then got to hit this main town here. And I have a suspicion that this will happen rather quickly here. Hopefully I'm playing it correctly. All right. Yeah, the interview is tomorrow, Kenneth. It's tomorrow morning. Yeah, you know, I said it was this morning, but one of the gentlemen I'm interviewing is having had a well, I probably shouldn't say. He had an operation and he was recovering, and so he couldn't do it today. And we're playing. We're having that chat tomorrow. All right, guys. I'll let you go. We'll catch up soon, and we'll work out what's going on with this. I'll get to the bottom of it. If I can only stop it. Here we go.